welcome to the podcast, Can You Take My Shift? Your favorite coworkers are off the clock and back for another episode. Welcome back to the podcast. So we have a little running bit here for all of our viewers. Kelsey will start the podcast with a song with a tiny musical instrument. However, this tiny piano does not seem to be working. So unfortunately, the bit is canceled for the day. The end.
Did you not check the piano?
I can't get it to turn on. Okay, so this is like I've never used this thing before. It was just out in the office because Trevor just has and tiny instruments, and I'm holding the on button, but like nothing. And I don't know if it needs to be plugged in, or I've never seen this thing before.
Maybe it looks fancy, so it might need to be plugged in.
Yeah, maybe, but it would have been a great bit because I can play one song on the piano.
The Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
No, it's Hot Cross Buns.
Oh.
But welcome back to the podcast. Unfortunately, Kelsey cannot bless your ears with a tiny piano.
Big sad.
But I can bless your ears. First of all, that's not a piano. It's a MIDI keyboard. Oh, for all of our audio listeners, I have just been informed by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Trevor, that it is not a keyboard. It's a MIDI keyboard. So it's not a piano. It's a MIDI keyboard. And it doesn't play music on its own. It needs to go through software. Well,
womp womp.
Womp womp. What can you do?
You win some, you lose some. It's okay.
And today I lose some.
Yeah.
But how was your day? How's it going? Last week we talked a lot about me, and we'll still talk about me today.
We will.
But I want to start with you. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I saw this thing at work. I'm kidding.
No, I'm good. You know, just living the corporate girly dream. Nothing crazy. I'm just realizing that I said I was gonna make Halloween costumes, and I don't have a lot of time to make them. So I have to start doing that.
So what are you gonna be for Halloween this year, Amy? Is it a surprise, or do we get to know?
I can say. I'm gonna be Princess Peach. Because I have a big pink cupcakey dress that I paid a lot of money for that I am getting wear out of.
You're wearing it to weddings, to funerals, to birthdays, to christenings, to...
Ooh. This is actually one thing I can say about my job. We try to do theme days on Wednesday. And so we pick different themes. Like my themed week was like tacky tourists. So everyone wore like Hawaiian shirts, t-shirts, fanny packs, you know, all the fun things. This week was like band t-shirts, so I wore like a Harry Styles shirt. Next week is on Wednesdays we wear pink, like Mean Girls, like a lot of fun, right? My coworker asked me, so I have like a big pink puffy silky dress for those who know the brand, and it's like very poofy, probably not the most comfortable thing. And she looks at me just deadpans and goes, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna wear your pink dress, right? You have to wear your pink dress to work on Wednesday." And I was like, do you think I want to sit in an office for 8 hours where we also don't have our heat on yet in a pink tulle dress?
That's a tad bit see-through.
That's also a tad bit see-through. I'm like, I can be an extra person. Like, and I say I'm extra in the way of like, I will wear a skirt to work in an office full of people who wear sweatpants. But I am not gonna wear a tulle dress. Especially because we also have this like big meeting next week too, where we all go to this like other building and it's like a huge presentation. And so we're all going to be wearing like pink and we're going to be like a cool group. And I'm like, you're already going to stand out. I don't want to be that person. That's just a me thing.
I mean, if you want to go a little bit more understated, I have like one of those like half corsets and it's pink. I can just lace you up in that. Your posture will be wonderful.
Ooh, honestly, I might take you up on that because I have an outfit that actually might look really good. So
like, welcome to the meeting. And Amy's like,
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
But I'm now 3 inches taller.
Yeah. But but then I'll actually be 5'8", not just
Yeah.
5'8" on a good day. But no, work is busy, busy, busy. And the holidays are coming and heading. But I did see, before we get into today, I did see this like one TikTok that was about Starbucks. And it was from a Starbucks like official account. And it was this like test store. I don't know if you maybe saw this, but they were testing this store and they were trying to automate the way Frappuccinos are being made. So they had this is why I want to talk about this because
Okay.
it was this girl who she was sitting there, she's like, this is like our new way of making frappuccinos. And for those of you who have worked at Starbucks, who have ordered a frappuccino, they're a pain to make.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's so many steps. There's no like super fast way to make them. And unfortunately, Starbucks is turning to a place where people want it's almost turning to fast food. Like
Hmm.
that's the easiest way to put it. It's not quite a coffee shop anymore. It's fast food in a sense. And so they were showing how they were going to automate making a frappuccino. And it was literally this girl has to put a blender into, it was like a cabinet. So it's like fully automated. It's like an ice bin that was on top of a cabinet. So she's like, I'm going to place it in here. And she had to press a button. And then she had to wait a couple seconds for the ice to fall. Then she had to go pump the mocha base and then pump the frap base, and then she put all the other ingredients in, and then she as like a final step, it was another thing that she had to slot in to get milk, and then she had to wait an extra 5-10 seconds for the milk to disperse, and then she put it on a blender. And also this blender didn't have a lid, which freaked me out.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, which, okay, I
Yeah.
understand you're only supposed to put one drink in there, though, but let's be real. Any barista who's ever worked at Starbucks has put multiple drinks in a blender.
Oh yeah, fucking batch make it.
Yep, you're not supposed to do that, but everybody's done it. Everybody's done it. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are.
Hmm.
So then that, and then she pours it into the cup, and then instead of like a normal whipped cream canister, it's a giant box machine that she presses a button and the whipped cream dispenses like at a grandma pace. It looked like the whipped cream that you kind of see at like Dairy Queen, that
Okay.
isn't like it doesn't fully look real.
No,
And like
yeah.
and Starbucks has good whipped cream.
Well, because it's real whipped cream.
Yeah, like I've made enough of it that I used to, if any of it was expired, I would just put in a cup and eat it. Like it was so good. It's probably why I had terrible acne while I worked there.
Yeah.
But it was this whole thing, and then she's like, and here's your drink, done. And the comments were just roasting it, going, this is awful, this is gonna like, this is not faster, this is not better.
That does not sound faster at all.
No,
That sounds slower.
it looked slower. Also, it was really funny because you're taught a certain way of how to make the frappuccino. So like you're supposed to do like one step first, then this step, then this step, then this step, and you're supposed to do it that way. And I don't know how many times I got clocked on accidentally doing something the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
But this girl did the drink completely out of order too.
Yeah.
So people are like, are you teaching us a new way of how to make these drinks? Or like what? It was just, and like with the milk having to be like automatically dispensed, I was like, people are gonna have to like fill that stuff or it's gonna
Mhm.
break. And like an automatic ice dispenser, like that's also gonna break. It gave me such a headache. And I know like it was a total prototype, and I really hope it never happens because like the comments were so funny of just baristas going, this is the worst thing you've ever done.
Well, remember that stupid machine we had that they ended up getting rid of?
Oh, the clover.
Yeah. That
I
was their
actually,
next big thing, and then
okay,
yeah.
unpopular opinion, I really liked the clover.
Yeah, unpopular opinion.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
The thing is, I liked the clover. I didn't like making a, well, I didn't mind making a clover if it wasn't peak. And at the store we worked at, we always had this person who'd want like 3 clovers during peak hours.
Yeah.
And that made me hate it.
Yeah. There was like one lady she would always get one, and she came around the same time every day, and I just would make it for her. I would let her jump the line because I saw her coming through the door and I was like, I'm just gonna make this and get this done now.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how it
Mm.
ended up being. But that coffee machine was also like expensive, and I
Yeah,
don't think Starbucks made any money of it.
no, no, they absolutely did not.
Anyway, that was the silly thing I saw on TikTok. So, sorry baristas if that ever becomes a reality, because that shit looked awful.
Mhm. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. But anything new with you this week, Kelsey?
Well, I have some things to share.
Oh,
Um, last week I talked all about my personal life. Now my career life has been, well, I hate it. Um, it's no surprise, don't like my job. I mean, okay, the thing is, I don't like my career, if that makes sense.
yep.
I wanted to go into marketing and PR and public relations. So I went back to school because you can't get a job, go back to school. That's what our parents and the older generation tells us. So I did. So I went back to school and still cannot find a job in marketing or PR. I had a bunch of interviews, and as soon as I said I'd like to make a living wage, none of them wanted to hire me. Um, which I mean, God, I can't believe I would do that. I can't believe
How dare
I would
you? How dare you? In this economy too.
in this economy. How dare I ask for something above minimum wage?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so so that's shitty. So like the thing is, my job is whatever. Like I like my coworkers. I mean I don't like my boss, but whatever. Um, so we had an earthquake drill today,
Mm-hmm.
and so our HR manager, she looks like Barbie. Like she's very thin, very tan, very blonde. She always has like a smile plastered on her face. Um Basically she just looks like Barbie. And she's nice. She's nice. Like I'm not crapping on her. She's
Yeah.
a nice person. Um but so it was the big earthquake drill. It was like shake up BC because
Oh, yeah.
if you live in BC, you have been told since you were a baby the big one's coming. The big one's going to hit us. The big one's coming. So we have an earthquake drill today. So our office has two floors. She goes down to the third floor. I'm on the fourth floor. And my work best friend is also on the health and safety team, which thankfully I did not have to be on because people nominated me to be on it and I really did not want to. So I thank her for taking that bullet for me. Um, and so she was like, when you hear the whistle, you need to like get under your desk like an earthquake. So I'm at my desk and I know it's at 10:20 and I hear, like, could you even hear that?
A little.
Yeah, that's all I heard. And I was like, no, that might not be her. And then I hear her like talking, and then she comes around to me to the front because I'm at the reception desk. And I go, hey. And she goes, you have to get under. So I am wearing these pants to work. I also was late for work today because every single bus was full. Couldn't get on 3 buses. So I grabbed I was also woke up late. So I grabbed what pants were closest. And they are these jeans that are my standing pants. They're not my sitting pants for
Mm-hmm.
a long time. So I was like, fine. So like today, I really wasn't sitting at my desk, and my coworker's like, "You don't like to sit," and I was like, no, it's because I can't sit in these fucking pants." Um, so she goes, "You have to get under your desk," and I'm like, "Fuck these!" And I was like, "Come on, these are my standing pants."
You don't
So I like
understand. There might be an HR case made if I have to crouch in these pants.
Yeah. So like I get under my desk and I'm like sitting on my butt and she's like, "You know you're not supposed to sit. You're not sitting how you should." And I was like, "Look, I know what to do if it's a real earthquake." And she's like, "Okay." And then she walks away. And then so one of the executives had come in. He was like, "What's going on today?" This was before she was going around with the whistle. And I go, "Oh, there's the earthquake drill today. Did you get the email?" "No, I don't read those." This is also the executive, like who I like the least. We
Mm.
have 3 executives, and he's the one I like the least.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And he like walks away. So when my coworker with the whistle's going around, she goes into his office and he's like, I'm not going on the desk. And she's like, do you know what to do if there's an earthquake? Yes, I'm jumping out the window.
I mean, sir, whatever works, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, and then she went around to the other side of the office, and like executive who I like the most, he was like fully got down in position. He's like, and I will stay here for 10 seconds. And I'm like, and the dude's like 65.
Good for him. Good for him.
Good for him.
I
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like he was in pants he could bend. I was not.
Hmm. Exactly.
But I find out that our HR manager, because my other work bestie, she works downstairs, was going around with the whistle. She opens the door with a bang, goes tweet tweet tweet. This is an earthquake drill, like full on like Sue Sylvester cheer coach
Oh, good.
storming in, and she made every single person downstairs get under their desk, and she's like, "Your hands need to be more covered," and like one of like the people in my office, he has the tiniest office, and like he can barely like get his chair away from his desk, and she was like, "Get under your desk," and he was like, "Ugh," and he's like probably like 6'2" too, so I don't know how he
Jeez.
fit under his desk.
I don't know, but he made it work. He made
He
it
made it
work.
work. So yes, I do know what to do in an actual earthquake. I've lived through actual earthquakes, but I was moral of the story: do not wear your standing pants on earthquake drill day.
No, Kelsey, just the way to stop all earthquakes is you have to wear those pants.
True.
Then Mother Nature will understand.
Mother Nature will understand.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
be like, "Oh yeah, Kelsey's in her standing pants today. Sorry,
Can't have an earthquake. Yeah.
I'll reschedule. I'll reschedule. It's okay."
Yeah. Exactly.
Actually, this reminded me of a funny story from work. This was the story I was trying to remember earlier. Thank you for jogging my memory.
You're welcome.
We had a fire drill, and this also happened to be on a theme day. And so last week's theme day was Crazy Hat Day. So I have a lovely Appa bucket hat, the very infamous, famous TikTok craze Appa bucket hat.
Ooh, do you have it close to show our viewers?
I do not. It'll take too long to go get it.
We promise we'll post a video, and we promised for you all on our Instagram we'll post a photo of Amy in the world famous Appa bucket hat.
We can look at it. And so I wore that to work. Some people wore, like, it was a girl's birthday, so she had on like a birthday cake hat. Some people wore like mini ears and just like things like that, just like silly hats. And nobody knew there was a fire drill this day because like we didn't know, like we didn't get an email till that morning. And so we were waiting in the building, and like the people, some of our facilities people come in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the fire drill's in like 10 minutes. So like, if you guys want to like get out now, you can." We were like, "Okay, like I guess so." Especially if the fire drill's gonna be in like 10 minutes or whatever, we can just like head outside, and then it's less work for them, and like we're out. So I leave with a bunch of coworkers, and we go to our other office building, and we're just kind of like walking around talking to people, and it's been like 30 minutes, and we're like, it must be over, right? It has to be. So we go back to our office, and there's no one really, like, there's not like a crowd outside. There's people still inside the building. So we're like, okay, fire drill must be over. We get back to our floor, and the facilities team is still there waiting for the fire drill because our building was over 30 minutes late for it. So I go and I go to the bathroom, and I come back out, and the only people left are the facilities people because my other coworkers left. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wait here until it goes off because I have work to do. I can't just wait around.
Yeah.
And they're already 30 minutes late with their fire drill. So we're doing some work, and then the ringing goes off, and I go down, like, you know, following the fire drill, go down the stairs, meet at your location point. And I'm only with one of the facilities team members because there was only like 2 coworkers on the floor that she could see. And so we go down, and the other facilities girl is not showing up. It's been maybe like 10 minutes at this point. And so she's like, where is she? I'm like, I don't know. That's so weird. And like, she texts her, and she texts the other facility girl still in the building, and she gets a text back going, there's people in a meeting and they refuse to leave.
Of course.
And I was like, y'all, like, I know it's a drill, but is like your meeting that important that you can't just be like, hey, we gotta go, like, I'll catch up in like 10 minutes or so. So the facilities member I was with tries to get back into the building to tell them, y'all gotta leave. But the building managers won't let her in because the fire drill, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So eventually, it has probably been like 20 minutes at this point. She comes down, and the people are like, "Oh yeah, like off to another meeting." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So they come down with the last couple people, and we are like a small group of like 5 that are left in the office. And the building that we are in downtown is full of very business casual, business formal offices. And my office is like it's casual. Like
Yeah, you're a tech
yeah,
company.
we're a tech company, so people are in sweatpants. I've seen a girl show up in like shorts, and it almost looks like a bustier bra top. No shame, like she looked great, but I was like, I don't know if this is like fully work appropriate. But besides the point, so we're all this like small group, and we also have on like silly hats. So I have my up a bucket hat. This other guy has like a baseball cap, and it has like little strings coming out of it. Another girl's in like overalls and a hat. And I was sitting there being like, we work here. We're part of this office building as
Yeah.
everyone's walking by us in their Aritzia and their full piece suits. So, and we had to stand there with everybody while they were waiting to clear the building.
Here's the thing. So, nothing you are doing is more important than if the fire alarm goes off.
Exactly.
When I worked at the salon, the the waxing salon, the fire alarm went off like probably 4 or 5 times I worked there. If a woman can put her clothes on halfway through a Brazilian and leave the building, you can end your meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't care if your meeting is with like this, like fucking Bill Gates. I'm sure he'll understand if you have
Yeah.
to go. Because if this were a real emergency, y'all be fried.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way to put it. I know that sounds awful, and we know it's a drill.
Unless you're having a meeting with Satan himself
Which,
in hell.
yeah, which you will
Yeah.
be if you burn alive. Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know which way you're gonna go, but so
Oh. But yes, that happened. What else happened that I wanted to talk about? Um Oh, so previously I've talked about my beef with the coffee machines at work. So we did get a new coffee machine. I know, fascinating. And this one can make hot chocolates, lattes, cappuccinos, and so I don't like powdered milk.
who does? Babies?
A, pe- a lot of people in in my office, because I have to keep restocking it.
Are they babies?
I think so. Um But so we have a lot of temps right now because we can't keep assistants because they're overworked, underpaid, and treated like shit, as they are.
Mhm.
And one of the temps, so we had this coffee machine 3 days, brand new coffee machine. So Amy has been wanting to talk about something for a while. Now I told her, Amy, this is my podcast. We talk about me and only me.
Hey, I sometimes come up with ideas. I would like to say that an idea that was mine was one of the ones that was most listened to last year. Actually, for a
Was it,
while.
was it the dating game?
No, it was the advent calendar.
Oh yeah, that one did really well.
Yeah.
Like strangely.
Which we
So
could revisit. There's some crazy advent calendars this
Oh yeah,
year.
I'm very curious to see the advent calendars that come out this year. I already saw one today on TikTok. Apparently, Costco has a cheese advent calendar.
Yes, Costco does have a cheese advent calendar. We saw the Lego one when we were at Toys R Us.
Oh yes, we did.
Yeah, I have to think of a.
Yeah.
I love a good. Look, I'm a little capitalist slut for a good advent calendar. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Who isn't?
exactly.
But yes, one of these things I wanted to talk about was we did talk about on the podcast a while ago, which was LinkedIn influencers and how these people would make the craziest posts on LinkedIn, and forgetting this was like a professional social platform. Like there was a doctor who talked about big boobs.
Nice boobs.
Yeah, nice boobs. Or there was a guy who I think went on about a sob story about how he had to fire 50 employees and how it was so hard on him. And everyone was like, what about the 50 employees you just let go? Like, nobody nobody feels that bad for you. Nobody feels
Yeah.
that bad for you. So LinkedIn is just it's a fun little place to be.
Mhm.
And I used to be on it a lot, and I'm not on it as much anymore. But there was all those really big generators that started coming out for a while ago, like the art generators and other types of generators. I know the art ones were like really, really, really big. But there is a LinkedIn post generator that you can make. It's a website if anybody wants to visit it. I think it's just like viralpostgenerator.com. And it's just you use AI to write the perfect LinkedIn posts. And I thought it would be really fun if we will look at some that some people have already wrote, but I also think it'd be really fun if Kelsey and I wrote our own. And we can do it based on jobs we want, jobs we have. World's your oyster.
Yes, I popped the link in the chat for those who are watching this episode live if you want to check it out. But it gives you basically two options. First, Amy, what did you do today? Am I typing this in or you?
I can type it in. This can be mine. Okay. What did I do today? I had an eye exam.
Okay. Now, would you like to share some inspirational advice?
Let's say be yourself. I enjoy that.
Yes. Good inspirational advice. Now, you should screenshot that so you can save that. You should screenshot that like it's an NFT.
I could sell this.
You can sell this.
Yeah.
We will be selling our inspirational LinkedIn messages as NFTs. The starting bid is $2,000 and a picture of your left pinky toe.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So what did you do today? What did I do today?
Yeah, what did you do today, Kelsey?
Let me see. I went to McDonald's. They did not have the boo buckets, and I was very upset. Even though Amy was like, oh, they don't come out till later. And I did not want to believe her because the internet told me they were out on the 18th.
You'll get blinded by McDonald's boo bucket.
I know. So I went to McDonald's, and what's inspirational advice?
Set yourself up for disappointment.
Okay.
Or I don't know, you could like what's a positive twist on that?
No, I like set yourself up for disappointment.
Set yourself up for disappointment.
Okay. I feel like I want to go medium high cringe.
All right.
Okay. Set yourself up for disappointment.
Don't mind me.
Okay. We're loading. Ooh, I got 292,000 reactions to this. Okay. When I was 10, I thought that my goal in life was to set yourself up for disappointment. But today, I finally understand. My destiny is to go to McDonald's every day for the rest of my life. Why why do I say that? Because I went to McDonald's this morning and it was the best feeling in the world. Now I want to go to McDonald's all the time.
You know? If you could get a boo bucket every day, I'm sure. Or if you just needed a boost of serotonin, get a Happy Meal every day. That's good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
That was good.
It felt like a weird ad read for McDonald's.
It did.
If you'd like to sponsor me, my DMs are open. Because McDonald's is 100% listening.
Oh yeah, we can write you a commercial with a AI generator. You're welcome. Save yourself millions of dollars.
Millions. All right. Now, I wish there was more prompts other than just what did you do today and inspirational advice.
Yeah. I get why though, because if you think about the bones of a LinkedIn influencer post, it always starts off as like, I lost my job. I just got turned down by like 3 separate companies. And then there's some kind of inspirational message. But
all right, I say we do one more, but like let's make this one a little not safe for work. Okay, so what did you do today? What's something
not safe for work.
Yeah. What did you do today? Got a colonoscopy?
A mad thing.
Yeah.
Do women get cold?
Yes, you can.
We can say I
So
got a colonoscopy.
I think women can women get a colonoscopy?
I'm not a doctor.
I didn't ever think you were. Can women get a colonoscopy? I'm sure Trevor's algorithm is gonna love me searching this. Yes, colonoscopies are the best way to detect colorectal cancer, and even if you're a woman, you need one.
Okay.
Although some people think of colorectal cancer as a men's disease, women are just as much at risk. Colonoscopy can reduce your risk by 60%.
Okay, well, we all learned something new today.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so I had a
Yeah.
colonoscopy because I'm making sure I'm safe and healthy.
Yeah. Inspirational advice.
Don't be afraid.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I'm thinking medium to low cringe.
Okay, medium to low.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
The post is being generated.
Oh God.
I read the first sentence. This is great. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. On my first day in this company, I had a colonoscopy publicly. Twinkle star twinkle star emoji. Yes, I had a colonoscopy in front of everyone in the office. My manager's reaction? They stood up for me and supported me. They could have shoved me through the exit door, but they chose not to. Today, I finally asked them why. Their response: if you can have a colonoscopy like that, you can also never be afraid. I'm crying here.
Are you crying here, or that was the LinkedIn thing?
That's the LinkedIn thing. That's what it ends off with.
I don't think we can do another one. I think that one's perfect.
You know what's great about that? That was only medium to low cringe.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, honestly, if you have to have a colonoscopy in front of all your coworkers, that's a bonding experience.
Yes.
It's like watching Midsummer.
Yeah.
Once you watch that with somebody, you are bonded for life.
Yes.
It is an experience. My God.
That was good. That was good.
No, you don't want to do one more?
One more? Okay. All right. Okay, what did I do today, Amy?
Let's see. Take the bus today?
Yes. That's kind of boring.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things. Be colonoscopy. No.
Yeah.
What's another weird thing? Did you jam? That's bad.
Yeah. On a safari once, I watched 2 giraffes do the dirty. And the lady was like, "This is nature, folks."
Do you want to say you saw 2 giraffes?
I saw 2. How do I spell giraffes?
Don't worry about it.
Giraffe. I saw 2 giraffe. Well, I can't just spell giraffe wrong. Okay. I saw 2 giraffes.
It's 2 F's.
Yes, doing the dirty.
Okay.
Um, and inspirational advice.
Anything is possible.
Eh, anything is possible. What about anything is possible if you just believe?
Yeah.
Or do you think that's too long?
It's a little long. You'd be like, dare to dream.
Oh, I like Dare to
Dare to
Dream.
dream.
And what cringe level are we doing, Amy?
You know what? Since we did medium to low, let's do like slightly under high. Like
Okay.
medium, like medium high.
Medium high.
Because I don't think we've gone like full cringe.
Okay. Let's see what it gives me. We're adding a secret viral ingredient to your post.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm ready. It's on 98%.
Let's go. All right.
Okay. Today, after years of trying, years is all in
Capital letters.
capitals. I saw two giraffes doing the dirty for the first time in my life. And I really blew it. Why? Because I didn't have the right mindset, crying emoji. Instead of learning how to see properly, I was busy trying to dare to dream. That was a big mistake. Moral of the story: don't try to see two giraffes doing the dirty without preparation. Just don't.
Was he wanting to like photograph it?
Or film it?
Yeah, like this is like what were you needing to prepare for? Did you want to be a part of it? Like that is not safe.
No. Okay. I think I like yours a bit better.
Fair enough. I mean, look, if you're gonna do a colonoscopy in front of your entire office,
Yeah. That's some commitment to the job.
yeah, that truly
Employee
is.
of the month.
You better become fucking CEO, or else you're just gonna be that weird coworker.
Hey, you remember the time that new guy got a colonoscopy in front of the entire office? Yeah, whatever happened to him? Oh, he works in tech now.
Oh yeah, checks out.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, you know, we all need a little laugh. This week's been a little
yeah.
blah, so
This week has been blah. The rain is supposed to come back, which is fine because we need it.
yeah,
We've gone through a drought and fires. We do need the rain.
we do. We need to feel the
So.
rain on our skin.
Mhm.
No one else can feel it for us.
Stop taking words out of my mouth. I see the brain cell has fully been plugged in.
It has. It has.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this fun little romperoo and for us to complain about drills.
Truly.
Yeah, earthquake. So I think the moral of this episode, we can have two morals, one for each segment. The first moral is: if you know that there is going to be a fire drill or an earthquake drill or any sort of drill in your office, make sure to not wear pants that you can't sit down in and a hat that people will ask questions about.
Yep.
And for the second moral of the story, if you're ever going to get a colonoscopy, do it in front of your coworkers. It sounds like it's a real bonding experience.
Well, they'll have mad respect for you.
Yeah. So, Amy, would you like to give the folks, the family, the besties, the enemies, the outro?
Oh, thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. As always, we really appreciate your support. We are live on Twitch the first and third Thursdays of every month, and then you can find the recordings and the full length episode on all streaming platforms the second and fourth Thursday on every month. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you can find podcasts. You can usually find us just under the name Can You Take My Shift. You can find us on Twitter at CYTMS Podcast, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Shift. You can also find us over on YouTube at Can You Take My Shift as well. And if you subscribe to us there, please make sure you like those videos too. We really appreciate support over there. You can find Kelsey at Kelsey Peets on Twitter and Instagram, and at Bolin_KP on Twitch. And you can find me, Amy, at Shelly Amy on Instagram and Twitter, and also Twitch. It is. So until next time, Kelsey, can you take my shift?
No, see, now I'm in my sitting pants, so I gotta... Earthquake!
That was not a very convincing earthquake, but okay. Something's shaking. Something needs to fall off a shelf. Ooh. Oh. There you go. Ah, earthquake!
We'll see you next time.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.